What's new, crew? It's UturnCrobat here, and you're watching week 6 of the NPCC. But before we get started, please make sure you arch this, rate, comment, and subscribe. All the support, it really does help me out in the long run. Now, for week 6, we are battling Dylan, aka TacticalMonkiez. His link will be down there in the description below, so make sure you go check it out. So, looking at his team, he is bringing, so we were kind of working around a bunch of things, you know, regarding his team and what we should bring, and what, we should kind of like scare him out with, what we should do in the gameplay, whatever. But looking at his team, he is bringing the Vaporeon, the Arcanine, the Raikou, the, Tornadus T, the Metagross, and that Garchomp. Now, we traded Amon for Talonflame in this week. As you can see, we didn't bring Talonflame, but we did trade for a Talonflame, which is great because it's going to help us. It is going to help us out in the week 7 battle. Now, we didn't trade Talonflame just to scare Dylan, and we didn't bring it. We weren't cheeky like that, but we did bring a great pack of mons right here. So if you are interested in seeing the sets and whatever of my team, I suggest sit down, pop yourself some popcorn. It's only gonna take a minute or two. But I am bringing Gardevoir the Starmie. She was timid with Analytic, holding the Colbur Berry for Pursuit, Trap, and Bisharp, or Knockoff, with 252 special attack, 252 speed, 4 special defense, with max speed. With max speed, it outspeeds everything on his team except for Tornadus T. It speed ties with max speed Raikou. It ran Toxic for obvious switch-ins. Scald, Ice Beam for coverage, and that Recover. Now, we're also running with Twitch the Jolteon. He was timid with a Volt Absorb, holding the Focus Sash, with 252 special attack, 188 in speed, 68 HP. Jolteon stops Raikou from Volt switching, and he only has 1 ground type, so Jolteon's electric attacks can do good damage. A Thunderbolt and HP Ice hits everything T-Bolt doesn't, like Donphan is superior. Agility and Baton Pass was our somewhat cheeky move. We really want to do Agility and Baton Pass to Mamo, but you're going to see later in the battle what happens. But Agility and Baton Pass, the Focus Sash guarantee is that from full health, Jolteon can Agility and Baton Pass out. Now, this can help a few team members, but is mainly to help Mamoswine, like I mentioned, because barring Vaporeon, everything else is 2-hit KO'd. Not 1-hit KO'd. And that's really good. That's what you want to look for. By Mamoswine is 2-hit KO'd or 1-hit KO'd by Mamoswine. So that's really good. Jolteon outspeeds everything barring Scarfers. Next up, we have Eric Rosen, the Roserade, with Calm with a Natural Cure, holding the Black Sludge, along with 204 HP, 4 defense, 4 special attack, 252 special defense, and 44 in speed. Our outspeed uninvested Arcanine. Our special defensive wall Vaporeon. Raikou, Floridas, and Superior. It ran Toxic Spikes to render his Clerics useless. Sleep Powder, Giga Drain, and Sludge Bomb. Next up, we have Infernape the Crocodile. Now, he was adamant with Moxie, holding the Scarf. It had 132 HP, 252 attack, and 124 in speed. It ran Pursuit to trap Metagross. Knock off Rocks. We switched Rocks from Skarmory to Crook because we needed Roar on Skarmory for potential sub-Metagross. We switched Stone Edge to Rocks for chip damage on his... oh my god, why am I spacing out? We switched Stone Edge to Rocks for chip damage, for his entire team because I really just wanted that chip damage. I could Roar and have another mod come in and get her with Rocks. That's what I wanted. And it ran EQ. Crook also has enough speed to outspeed max speed Tornadus. I like Big Tusk the Mamo was jolly, thick, fat, holding the Babiri Berry. Babiri Berry. I can't pronounce it, but it held the berry where if it gets hit with a Steel type move, it's gonna take less damage from it. So it had 252 attack, 148 speed, 108 HP. Now Mamoswine was my win condition. If Vaporeon is dead, and Mamo gets an agility passed by him by Jolteon, things on Tack's team will definitely die. Okay, so Ice Shard hits things like Tornadus and Garchomp, which would otherwise outspeed Icicle Crash. It hits threats faster than Mamo. such as, you know, Dawn Fan, and after a Tailwind or Agility, everything else, Mammal will outspeed. If I read that correctly, I do have my notes in front of me. Don't mind me at all. But if I said that wrong, hits threats Mammals faster than, such as Dawn Fan. So yeah, no, I was right. And it also packs Iron Head. Didn't really need more than ice and ground cover, so we chose Iron Head because it hits floors super effectively, plus it can flinch. EQ in the Berry guarantees that Mammal can live one hit from Mega Metagross and retaliate with an EQ, which will do tons of damage. If not, take it out. And it also hits Raikou, Bishop, and Arcanine for super effective damage. Mammal's right now has just enough speed so that after a Tailwind or an Agility, it will outspeed Scarfed Manchow. And that was one mon that I was very scared about. Manchow, Fake Out, and High Jump Kick is very deadly. Next up, we have, last but not least, Nutella the Skarmory, whose Impish was sturdy, holding the Cutsap Berry. With 252 HP, 252 defense, and 4 special defense, along with Roar, Counter, Roost, and Tailwind. Counter is for physical attacks such as Metagross, Thunder Punches, Bisharp's knockoff, or Manchow's High Jump Kick. Tailwind at under 20%, health, activates the Cutsap Berry, and guarantees Skarmory moves first, dies, and then next mon that comes in gets double speed for 3 turns. So looking at his team, I figured that he was going to lead with the Garchomp, because looking at that team, Garchomp would most likely be his rocker, so I wanted to scare it off by leading with Starmie. I wanted to get a Scald, or I actually thought, you know, I'm just going to Toxic everything. Everything and anything, so I threw out a Toxic on his switch in, the Vaporeon here, because I wanted to get a Toxic on the Garchomp. Obviously I wanted an Ice Beam, but he was not going to allow his Garchomp to get Ice Beamed, so I just went for a safe Toxic. So, obviously his Vaporeon is going to, you know, I thought maybe if it was going to Toxic, I was going to switch in Eric Rosen, because Eric Rosen has Natural Cure, and I can easily just switch out and get rid of that Toxic, but you know, it goes for a Skull, and that's fine by me. And as you're going to see here, I actually start setting up my Toxic Spikes. Now, I don't set up a whole lot, I only set up like 1 layer, which is fine. You know, 1 layer plus my Stealth Rocks is all I really need. Now, obviously, I do not want to stay in against this Tornadus T. That will definitely hurt. So I'm going to switch out and go into Nutella, because I thought he was going to go for a U-turn. Because he really did not want to just stay in. He easily could have taken care of that Roserade right there, but he wanted to make the safer play, and that's awesome. So I'm going to stay in with Nutella right here. I'm out, and I figured the Garchomp is going to go for a, you know, go for a freaking Dragon Claw or whatever. But I'm switching out because this was actually a, I actually forgot that we switched rocks from Nutella onto Crocodile. So that's kind of my bad. I switched into Skarmory thinking it had rocks. That was the main reason. That was the main reason why I switched out there. I mean, you know, I got the U-turn. He got the U-turn on Skarmory. That's fine. But you know what? Now I'm able to set up my rocks because Crocodile can take that Fire Blast from the Garchomp. It's fine. It's not stab. And Crocodile can easily take that. It has some HP investment. So Crocodile's awesome to take that. Now right here I switch out because I don't want this Tornadus T to hit a U-turn or anything for that matter on my Crocodile. I'm going to switch out. Obviously, as you can see right here, Skarmory gets hit with the Hurricane and that Heat Wave. Sadly, Skarmory did nothing. Now, I'm going to switch into Starmie because I know that I can start hitting off some Ice Beams. Because I know that Tornadus, even though it has a Regenerator, it can't really take too many. Now, my Culva Berry is going to activate as soon as Tornadus decides, oh, I'm going to hit a knockoff. That's fine by me. The Culva Berry is going to help in my favor. So he's going to U-turn out after I do hit an Ice Beam or two. Luckily, I'm able to live with that HP investment. Now, I'm going to actually just hit another, I think I hit another Ice Beam. I could be wrong. I don't even know. Probably not. I'm going to switch out. Because why the hell would I allow Starmie to be in face-to-face with a freaking Raikou? I'm switching out. Makes more sense to do so. I can just sack Starmie off later if I need to. So I'm going to go into my special defensive wall because I know that if I get hit with a Volt Switch or anything for that matter, I'm absolutely going to eat that up. Now, I'm not sure why he went for Aura Sphere. And no, attack. I did not know that this Raikou that you had got Aura Sphere. I mean, yeah, if I really thought about it, I would have known, but I didn't, so be it. So, obviously, I'm not going to allow Eric Rosen to stay in against this freaking Garchomp. Arcanine, oh my god. Arcanine, obviously not. But I'm not sure if it happened here. I'm actually just kind of looking at you guys, so I don't actually steer your attention away or whatever, but I may have missed it. But if I went for a sleep powder right there, it was mainly because I thought Metagross was going to come in, because, you know, why wouldn't he really come in? He can eat up all those grass-type moves. He can eat up everything. So I figured that the Metagross was going to come in, and I was going to put it to sleep. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in my favor. Luckily for me, I bring in Starmie to take that Will-O-Wisp. Now, unfortunately, like I mentioned, I just wanted to sack Starmie off at some point. I thought this would be a good time to do so. I thought maybe if I was going to live with that Willow damage, I could hit a Scald, but unfortunately, I didn't. And this specially defensive Arcanine will be able to eat up those Thunderbolts, and he's going to Morning Summon. Now, that's a problem for me, because Jolteon does not really want to stay in against this Arcanine with Flare, Blitz, and whatever this thing has. He could easily Extreme Speed, and that would be a problem. I'm going to switch out, because I don't want to really get hit with much, and I figured that because Jolteon wasn't doing shit, I could just go into a physical attack and do damage that way. Now, he actually has Snarl on his Arcanine meant for my Jolteon, which is smart, or, you know, Starmie, whoever. Now, that's smart. Unfortunately, it's not going to do a damn thing to Crocodile. Crocodile's just going to knock off, because Arcanine is especially defensive, not physically defensive, and that's going to work out in my favor. Unfortunately, he does throw the Willow up on my Crocodile, and that's a problem, because right now, Crocodile can't really do much, and at some point, I am going to need to sack him off, just because now his attacks aren't going to do shit. Now, I did go for a safer play. I could have went for an EQ, or Pursuit, whatever, but if he switched out, then none of his mons would have really gotten hit too hard with, like, an EQ or a Pursuit. Now, if he went into Tornadus T, I would have been locked into Pursuit, and that would have been, I would have been locked into Earthquake, and that would have been bad. So I'm going to hit a knockoff, and that actually did a fair amount. That brought him down less than half, and that was actually great. I'm going to sack Crocodile off right here, because I don't need Crocodile anymore. He's already weakened by Willow, and that's fine by me. I'm going into I Like Big Tusk, simply because I can take this Metagross out with Mammal Sweat. Now, I'm going to go for a safe EQ, because I didn't really know if he was going to switch out or not. If he was going to, the Beartics is going to activate, and I was going to take him out. Now, he's going to go into Tornadus, get hit with the rocks, and die from my Ice Shard right there. Thank God, because that Tornadus was a big problem with that U-turn, whatever. Now, his Fuselage, the Metagross is going to come in once again. And he's going to hit me with a Meteor Mash, and from that, I knew I was going to live. But, because my HP was dwindling down so fast, I wasn't really sure if I was going to live too well or not. But I lived fairly well, and I'm able to take out the Metagross with that berry. If you guys don't know what that berry is, that's exactly what it does. And I highly suggest you put one on any of your mons that are weak to Steel-type mons, or type moves, whatever. So I'm going to switch out, because obviously I don't want Mimbleswan going down right now. I'm going into my specially defensive mon, Eric Rosen. Because I know Eric Rosen can take a Shadow Ball, he can take a Volt Switch, he can take a Thunderbolt, he can take an HP Ice, he can take anything that Raker really wants to offer. So, obviously, thank God I have those toxic spikes up, toxic rocks, oh my god. I have those toxic spikes up, thank God, because now, even if his Vaporeon did have Heal Bell, if he switched out, he would have to switch back in, and he'd get poisoned once again, so I'm glad I have those spikes up. Now, unfortunately for him, I am going to be taking out his Vaporeon with a Giga Drain, and that's amazing, because as long as Vaporeon is out of the way, Mamoswine can have a field day with his team. And I'm so glad I was able to take out Vaporeon. Now right here, why would I really want to stand against a Garchomp? Obviously, I'm going to switch out. And I'm going to switch out into Twitch, because I know that I can take an Earthquake, because I do have that Focus Sash, and I can just outspeed and hit an HP Ice. So that was my game plan for that. I was thinking, you know, who in the hell can take a Dragon Claw, a safe Dragon Claw, or even just a normal EQ, because it hits everything on my team, so why wouldn't he go for an EQ? So, who on my team would get hit, or who on my team can get hit with an Earthquake, not really mine? Obviously, Mamo would, he would potentially die. I mean, he has a great HP in defense, but I feel like an EQ would definitely take him out. So I went for the safe play, the Twitch, because I knew it'd bring me down to Sash, and I'd be able to outspeed with the HP Ice. So I'm going to allow Reiko to take out Jolteon right there with the Shadow Ball. That's fine. I don't need Jolteon anymore. And for right here, it's going to be 2v1. So I'm just going to hit an Ice Shard, take out Reiko right there with an Ice Shard. That's amazing. I'm glad that we did pack the Ice Shard on Memo. I mean, if we had Icicle Crush, that probably would have been bad, because Reiko was Scarfed. He was Scarfed, and that was a huge problem for my team. Simply because you know, a lot of my team members, they're fast. But if you have a Scarfer, some of my mods can't really outspeed. Obviously, if you are in competitive battling, you know that. But this was actually a fun battle for me to have. Yes, I won. Yes, I was happy that I won. But Dylan and I have never really battled, as far as I know. So it was cool to see his battling style. It was cool to see who he was going to bring. Looking at his team, he obviously brought a lot of mods meant for that Talonflame. I'm figuring that he has the Rocky Helmet on the Garchomp, and you know what? The Vaporeon could easily eat up Flare Blitz from Talonflame, or potentially even a Brave Bird from Talonflame. But you know, I'm glad, even that Reiko actually, but I'm just glad that that we did draft Talonflame. Unfortunately, we didn't use it in this battle. In the next battle, who knows? I don't know. We're still talking about things change all the time. So you know what? This was a fun battle. And you know what? If you guys don't know who TacticalMonkiez is, I highly suggest you guys go check him out. Like I mentioned, his Twitter link and YouTube link will be down in my description. So if you guys want to go battle him, I suggest you do. If you guys want to battle me, I suggest you do. Don't forget to RCS, rate, comment, subscribe. I'm going to get the hell out of here. I have more recording to do. But I'll catch all of you all on the flip side. Bye!
Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap.